next thing that I just want to point out so that you have the framing, but we're not going to talk about this much, is that what I shared with you here, these are actions, right? These are things teachers do. I think the most challenging part of what we're learning from these studies is that so much of what's important to growing student leadership isn't actually teachers' actions, it's their ways of being and values and mindsets. We're calling these perspectives. And so there's another set of things here that again, can share links. That's what's happening inside the teacher. And I keep thinking of this as an iceberg. Like what we've talked about so far is just the stuff above the water. What can you see when you get in the classroom? But when you talk to the teacher, over and over, we hear them saying, well, I'm growing, I'm struggling with moving from thinking I to thinking we, or to think both about the systemic change and individual effort. I'm not going to go into this right now. It would take more time, and I took more time telling stories and showing videos. But this is very, very important, I think, to understanding what it takes, is what's happening inside you as a teacher. And there we go. Thank you. Put in the chat. There's a PDF there, and I can also give links. This is all on the Global Learning Lab website as well. And then the last thing that we're not talking about here, there's Pooja right there, is that the learning theory matters. And all these are a package, right? But when we say teachers, how did you become who you have become? They describe ways of learning that are collective, that are truly human. Like some of them say, I learn emotionally and intuitively. It's constructive. They're building themselves. What I'm excited about with these principles is they're the same things we see Pooja doing with her students. And that, I think, is the headline. It's if we want our students to learn differently, our adults have to learn differently. Because, and this is back to that first story, we have all internalized a different concept of what learning is. And so we have to learn in ways that are disorienting. That's part of what Pooja's doing with her students. What are we doing to disorient ourselves, to think differently about learning? All of this, again, we'll share and we can find another place.